Madagascar is one of the most biologically unique islands on Earth. Separated from other continents millions of years ago, it became a natural laboratory of evolution. Over 90% of its wildlife is endemic, found nowhere else on the planet. Its jungles are home to lemurs, chameleons, giant insects, and plants that seem to belong to another era. Ring-tailed lemur is one of the most recognizable animals of Madagascar. Despite its cat-like name, it is a primate and one of the most behaviorally complex lemurs. Ring-tailed lemurs live in social groups led by females, an unusual system among mammals. They communicate using sounds, body postures, and powerful scent signals produced by specialized glands. One of their strangest behaviors involves millipedes. Lemurs chew on toxic millipedes and rub the secretions onto their fur. These chemicals act as a natural insect repellent and may also help mask their scent from predators like the fossa. Unlike most lemurs, ring-tailed lemurs spend a lot of time on the ground and often sit upright, sunbathing to warm their bodies. They are living proof that primates can survive by intelligence, chemistry, and social strategy, not speed or strength. Ruffed lemur is one of the largest and most striking lemurs of Madagascar. It spends almost its entire life in the forest canopy and rarely comes down to the ground. Ruffed lemurs are easy to recognize by their bold coloration. They exist in black and white and red forms, each living in different regions of the island. This high-contrast appearance helps individuals recognize one another in dense rainforest. Their diet consists mainly of fruit, which makes ruffed lemurs essential for the ecosystem. By carrying seeds over long distances, they play a key role in forest regeneration. Ruffed lemurs have an unusual reproductive strategy. Instead of carrying infants constantly, the female builds a nest and leaves the newborns there during the first weeks of life, a rare behavior among primates. They are also famous for their extremely loud calls, which can travel for kilometers through the forest. Today, ruffed lemurs are among the most threatened lemurs, symbolizing the fragility of Madagascar's wildlife. Ai is one of the most unusual primates on the planet. It is a nocturnal lemur that looks strange and hunts in an even stranger way. The Ai's most distinctive feature is its extremely long middle finger. Using it, the animal taps on tree bark and listens carefully to the sound. This allows the Ai to locate insect larvae hidden deep inside the wood. Once the prey is detected, the Ai gnaws a hole with its sharp incisors, which, like those of rodents, grow throughout its life, and extracts the larva using the same elongated finger. This hunting method is known as percussive foraging and is almost never found among mammals. Because of its unusual appearance, the Ai was long considered a bad omen, which led to persecution of the species. Today, it is threatened with extinction and is regarded as one of Madagascar's most unique primates. The brown lemur is one of the iconic animals of Madagascar. It lives in tropical forests and spends most of its life in the trees. Brown lemurs are active during the day and usually stay in groups. This helps them find food and spot predators early. Their diet includes fruits, leaves, flowers, and even tree bark. During dry seasons, they can survive on food that many other animals avoid. What makes them especially interesting is how they communicate. Brown lemurs use not only sounds but also scents, marking territory with special glands. Today, this species is under threat. Deforestation is destroying their habitat, and every lost forest brings brown lemurs one step closer to extinction. The fossa is the top predator of Madagascar and the only mammal that regularly hunts lemurs. Despite its cat-like appearance, the fossa is neither a cat nor a dog. Its closest living relatives are mongooses. An adult fossa has a body length of about 70 to 80 centimeters, with an additional 65 to 70 centimeters of tail. It typically weighs between 5 and 9 kilograms, with males being noticeably larger than females. The fossa has a long, highly flexible body. Its semi-retractile claws and mobile joints allow it to move with equal confidence on the ground and in the forest canopy. It can pursue lemurs through the trees, leaping from branch to branch. The fossa hunts alone. It relies on stealth, speed, and a short, precise attack. For this reason, the fossa occupies the top of Madagascar's food chain. Like many of Madagascar's endemic species, the fossa is vulnerable. Deforestation reduces its habitat and threatens its population. The loss of the fossa would disrupt the fragile balance of the island's ecosystem. At dusk, one of Madagascar's most unexpected animals takes to the air. The Madagascar flying fox is the largest bat on the island and one of its most important ecosystem engineers. With a wingspan reaching up to 1.5 meters and a weight of around 1 to 1.2 kilograms, it is impossible to miss in flight. Despite its size, this bat is not a predator. It feeds exclusively on fruit, nectar, and flowers. As it travels long distances each night, the flying fox performs a vital task. It pollinates trees and disperses seeds across vast areas of forest, often far beyond the reach of birds or other mammals. Many Malagasy plants depend almost entirely on these bats to reproduce. During the day, flying foxes gather in large colonies, hanging from trees in full view. At night, they can fly tens of kilometers in search of food, linking distant parts of the forest into a single living system. Today, this species is under growing pressure from deforestation and hunting. Its decline would not only affect the bats themselves, but also threaten the regeneration of Madagascar's forests. Madagascar is the global center of chameleon diversity. More than half of all known chameleon species live here. One of the most famous is the Madagascar panther chameleon. It can change its coloration within seconds, not for camouflage, as is often believed. Color serves as a form of communication, signaling mood, stress levels, and readiness to breed. Adult males reach 45 to 55 centimeters in length, including the tail. Their coloration may include vivid shades of blue, red, green, and yellow. Females are smaller and much more subdued in color. A chameleon's eyes move independently of each other, allowing it to monitor prey and its surroundings at the same time. Its tongue is one of the fastest weapons in the animal kingdom. It can be projected farther than the length of its body in less than 1/10 of a second. The tomato frog of Madagascar is a bright red amphibian whose color warns predators that it's toxic and unappetizing. When threatened, it inflates its body and releases a sticky, poisonous secretion that can scare off even much larger attackers. This frog is a mantella. It lives only in Madagascar, where it obtains its toxins from its diet, mainly ants and other small insects. Its bright coloration warns predators that this frog is toxic. Kawa. This bird lives only in Madagascar. It belongs to the cuckoo family, but unlike true cuckoos, it builds its own nest and raises its chicks. Kawas spend much of their time on the ground, running through forest undergrowth. Their long tails help them keep balance, both on branches and on the forest floor. On Madagascar, even cuckoo relatives follow their own evolutionary path. This bird is the red fody. It lives only in Madagascar. For most of the year, it looks plain and brown, but during the breeding season, the male turns bright red. The richer the color, the higher his chances of attracting a mate. Madagascar is a world where isolation created life unlike anything else on Earth.